Hi, I'm Evan. Welcome back to the Only Empty Hands channel, and I'm continuing on with teaching you the kata Limbo. So one thought I'd like to share with you at the beginning here, if you are completely unfamiliar with the martial arts, that is totally fine, and I'm glad that you're here watching. But I would suggest, in addition to working on this kata, go to the Learn Kempo Karate section, which is just right below the Health and Wellness section that this is in. Because in Learn Short and Long Forms 1 and Short and Long Forms 2, there are some basic things about stances, strikes, those kinds of things that if you'll watch those videos, it's going to help you to be a little more comfortable with and pick up just some of the basic movements I'm doing in this kata. And then obviously the principles of, chi and flow and those kinds of things that we're working on here are different than when I'm teaching those other karate-based katas. So anyway, just if you're struggling a little bit with any of these movements, I would suggest that you just go over and watch those videos because that'll help you out. So I'm going to go ahead and go through this to the point that we've learned so far, and then I'm going to add to it. And this kata travels a lot and moves in lines, so in this playlist there's the full version of the kata, which is going to kind of help you see the whole thing in context, because it's hard for me to be able to be in the best space to film it, but then also how much it moves. So I'm giving you the pieces here, and then the video that shows like the whole form together. Once you've got the pieces down, you'll very easily be able to put the kata together. So. So right here is where that new part's going to start. I'm going to kind of play around with, so it would travel straight up this direction, but I'm going to play around with it at the two different angles I've got here, just so that you can see what you're doing, and then like I say, just use the full video to put the kata together. So what we're doing, so we just finished, again structurally, remember feet, I've talked about this now a couple times, so hopefully you got it down, ankles, knees, butt, diaphragm, shoulder blades, neck, chin, top of the head, right? That flow exists everywhere. With these sideways stances, the front foot is never going to be straight in line with the back foot because it restricts your motion, right? So it's always got to get out of the way, at least in line with that heel line of the back foot. I find I like it a little farther. I think you will too. It's just more practical just as far as moving goes. Okay, so we just did this to here, right? So now we're just going to step straight through with our right side, coming up with the right punch. So to see a little better what that looks like here. So boom, and step in, punch. Again, find the bounce, find the structure, shoulder, down through spine, through feet is what's connected as you're making these movements. Now step all the way through with your left, and I'll turn around and show you this in a second. We're breaking down with our hands, push with the palm, close the hand, push with the hand sword. Circle through, down with the hammering hand. And then we're going to bring the back foot up, switch it with the front, so left went back, right came forward, and come up, palms up. It's a spearing motion martial arts wise. But as far as what we're doing here with chi development, think of it kind of like you're offering a gift. Is a good thing to visualize when you're doing it. All right, so I'll go now the other direction so you can see those parts that you couldn't see as well. Okay, so we ended here. I'm going to step in. Push with the punch, connecting up, everything coming up and flowing through into your hand. Step through, cross the palms in front of you. Like we talked earlier, just kind of like a wave cascading down. Push down onto the tabletop. Twist to the left, turning that forward pointed stance called a forward bow. Hit, pull and push. Step through, come down with the hammer fist, base of the hand, big wide circle. Okay? And again, if your shoulder blades are in place, there's no popping going on in your shoulders as you're doing this. Step through, cross the hands again, let them cascade down, push out against the hands, circle through, shoulder blades back, good posture, down onto the tabletop. Turn in, push, hold, front hand, the left hand, hand sword. Back foot comes up, offer the gift. Okay? I'll hit it again going this way. I think that's a little better direction for you to see. So we blocked, step in, punch. Watch that you're not overstepping so that you can't move your hips, right? Keep these feet separate. Punch, step up with the left, cross the hands in front, let them cascade down. Push out into your legs, big circle, down onto the tabletop. Twist hips forward, forward bow. Palm, pull and hand sword. Big circle, hammer fist. Step up, they crossed, cascade down, tabletop, palm, pull and hand sword. Right foot comes up, left foot goes back, lean into the right leg, offer the gift. So let's try to talk about putting a little breathing with that. So we're going to block. So I would say, as before I do this punch, I'm going to inhale because it's a strong punching through, pushing through moment. So that's a great place to exhale, right, and have good energy going into that. So, and then circle, here's a good place to inhale. And then right as you get to about right here, start your exhale. To the tabletop. Inhale as your hand comes forward. Exhale as you pull and push through. And then this hand's already back, so big circle. So I exhale, inhale to about right here, exhale as you come down. And then step up, cross the hands, inhale as you get down to about right here, exhale, push through your hands, end the exhale as you come down on the tabletop. Okay? And then back foot's going to come up. I inhale here, and then as I sink back and stretch out into this long lunging stance, I'm going to exhale as I bring my hands up. So, one more time, I'll again try to breathe loudly for you. So, now, talking about the energy, kind of the flow of that, as we're going through it, big things that I would tell you, so it really goes back to the other pieces of the kata that we've talked about. You have these circles, so you want to feel like as your hand drops down, feel yourself and your energy sinking down and connecting with the ground. Try to like feel yourself, feel all the way down in the middle of the earth if you can. Right? Just feel that drop and that connection. And then as you circle through, now you're drawing back up, out through the ground, up into yourself. Feel yourself reaching as high as you can up into the sky or out into space. You know, you're just flowing through and connecting yourself with all of these things that are around you as you're doing these movements. The kata in some ways, you know, like obviously I exist, right? I'm tangible, but there's a ton of empty space in my body too. Like when you get down on the idea of atoms and how much of us is actually nothing is a huge amount. We know that, you know, just by what people have discovered in physics and, you know, all that kind of thing. And so just as much as I can focus on myself being physically here, I can also focus on the fact that I'm, you know, just connected with this other giant mist of atoms and, you know, all these kinds of things that are around me, and I'm just absorbed in and I'm part of that as well. And so that realization and that sensation as you do these movements is really a great way to try to connect with the energy that's in you and around you, which is a big part of, you know, Tai Chi, Qigong, you know, these kinds of things where you're developing this internal energy. So that'll be it for this section of it. So, you know, once you've got these first pieces down, obviously move on to the next one. Hope this is helping you. You know, comment, subscribe, any of those kinds of things. Hope you have a great day.